Hi everyone, this is going to be a tarot reading for Sagittarius Sun, Moon, Rising for the last week of June into July 2022. Thank you so much for being here. If you would please like and subscribe while you're here, I would greatly appreciate it. It would actually mean the world to me. So this will be for my beautiful Sagittarius viewer, Sun, Moon, and Rising for the last week of June into 2022. What can my Sagittarius viewer know for their highest and greatest good? Spirit guides, angels, what can we know? Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising. Versatility. Okay. So versatility talks about being flexible, you know, bending so that you don't break. And boundaries and ask body. That's so funny because boundaries, you know, boundaries is all about being firm and being clear and kind of being hard, but versatility is all about being soft and bending. So maybe you need to set some firm boundaries now, and maybe there's a part of you that's wanting to be flexible with somebody and kind of wanting to meet them halfway, but maybe they're not meeting you halfway, and so firm boundaries are needed. I think there's a way to set boundaries in a way that honors us and honors the other people involved. But Ask Body talks about tapping into your body, maybe taking a few deep breaths and just sitting somewhere quiet and asking your body, what do you need right now? How do you feel right now? Just kind of really focusing on the different parts of your body. How do they feel? Is there a tingling? Is there a buzzing? Is there pain? Is there tightness? Our body has a lot to say if only we'll take the time to listen. And maybe you need to set firm boundaries with yourself sometimes. Maybe you've been going to extremes and hurting your body in some way. But versatility gives me the sense of like moderation, balance, finding that middle road, no extremes of any kind. Which is so crazy because you're Sagittarius and your card in the major arcana is all about balance and moderation and mediation and finding that middle ground. So that's crazy, you guys. Let's get some of these. For Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising for this last week of June into July 2022. For my Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, what can they know for their highest and greatest good? Spirit guides and angels and ancestors and anyone else that has our highest and greatest good at heart. What does my Sagittarius need to know? So we have determination. Perseverance leads to fortune. So maybe there's something you're working towards, maybe a goal, a dream, a wish, a desire of some kind. And determination is needed right now. And if you are working towards a goal or a dream or trying to achieve something, maybe boundaries are needed to protect this goal or this dream that you're working towards. Maybe boundaries are needed with other people to protect that goal or that dream that you're working towards. And versatility, when we're going after a goal or a dream, we need to be versatile. There are going to be things that come up that are unexpected, that were not part of the plan. And we need to be flexible. We need to be able to reassess and maybe change our ideas, change our plan, change our tactic as we go along the journey towards that destination that we're shooting for. Trust your gut feeling. Let your heart lead you to who you are. Strong but bendable. strong but flexible. And we have turn over a new page. Let love lead the way for change. Yeah. You know, true love, it's not petty, it's not jealous, it's not selfish and self-centered. True love has the best interest of all at heart, and true love is patient, true love is kind. You know that Bible saying. And so true love, which does reside in each and every one of us, it can't possibly lead us astray because it has only the highest and greatest good at heart, right? So it can only lead us to the things that are the absolute best for us and in our best interest. You need to trust your gut in a situation. You need to trust your feelings. You need to trust your heart. You need to trust yourself in something that you're going through right now. Be strong and set firm boundaries, but also be flexible. Know when you need to change course, change tactics, change your beliefs or your ideas or your way of being. The only constant in this world is change. So we must adapt if we're going to grow. We must adapt and change and grow and go with the flow of things. If we're too firm, if we've set too firm of boundaries and restrictions and we don't want to change and bend and grow, then we will die off. You know, at least that's what happens in the animal kingdom. Thief. So you might be dealing with a thief. You might be dealing with someone who's not being quite so honest with you. And maybe someone's taken something from you recently. Or there's just been some shady behavior, and maybe this is why you need to trust your gut feelings. Maybe you've suspected for a while now that something is going on, that something is not quite right. Let your heart lead you to the truth in this situation. So spirit guides and angels for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Oop. That's too many. I'm going to turn those back over. We've got Judgment. So for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising, what can we know for their highest and greatest good? The Hermit. Two major arcana coming out back to back. So this is a pretty big deal. This is a very important time in your life. Maybe there's some big thing going on, or maybe it doesn't seem like a big thing now, but in the end, when you look back, you'll realize this was a crucial point in your life where major change, happened, or that one thing led to another, and this was like a crucial point in your journey that kind of one thing affected the other thing, and you wouldn't be where you end up without this point or this decision or this period that you're going through right now. Judgment talks about second chances, making a judgment call, reviewing the facts, reviewing the past mistakes and successes, everything that's led up to this point right now where you're listening to this reading. It's all in the past, and maybe you're looking for a rebirth in a situation. Maybe you're hoping for a second chance or a new lease on life, or there's some major decision, some life-changing decision that you're in the process of making, or you've recently made, or you're about to make, and you're really going within to ask yourself, where do I go? What do I do? What is right for me? You're really searching your feelings, and you're wanting to learn the spiritual lesson in whatever the situation is that you are experiencing. The Hermit is a very quiet, they stick to themselves, but they're very wise, and they may not talk a lot, but they've accumulated a lot of knowledge and wisdom. And maybe you're an old soul, or maybe you're dealing with one. Spirit guides and angels, can you please clarify Judgment for my beautiful Sagittarius viewer? How does Judgment play in to their current situation? We have the Eight of Swords. So this is like held back by fear, held back by your own insecurities, your own beliefs about yourself, that you're not good enough, you can't do it, you can't have it, you can't be it, it's never going to happen for you. Just feeling stuck and confused and a lack of clarity, a lack of confidence, a lack of focus. But at the end of the day, it's only you that's holding yourself back. This could be someone that's not wanting to face judgment. Someone that's all stuck up in their head and they know they've got a decision to make, or they know that they've got to face you and apologize for the past, or have one of those life-changing, deep, come-to-Jesus conversations about what's happened, and they're afraid to do it. They're held back by their fears and insecurities. They're stuck and not wanting to come forward. Apply it as it fits for your situation. But maybe there's something about the past. Maybe there's something you're not wanting to see or admit to yourself. Give us one more card on judgment, spirit guides and angels. Judgment talks about an awakening, a rebirth, a renewal, rising from our ashes, heeding the call, our spiritual call. And we got the Emperor in reverse with the Five of Wands. So some kind of conflict, some kind of struggle with other people. Everyone's got their own opinion. Everyone has their own wants and needs and desires. And maybe you don't see eye to eye. Maybe there's some competition or just some tension in a situation. Someone might be acting childish. They might be acting very kind of arrogant and stubborn, kind of my way is the highway type of situation. And maybe they don't see that about themselves. Maybe they can't see how they're being, and you're just at this point where you're like, I got to make a decision on this. I just can't keep doing this. We need to talk about this. You know, we need to either move forward or find some other solution. What can you tell me for my Sagittarius about the Hermit? Maybe you're experiencing a lot of competition at work. Maybe your boss isn't appreciating you or valuing or seeing you for all that you provide. And you don't have the courage or the confidence to speak your truth and kind of stand up for yourself. Maybe there's someone that you feel like you have to constantly vie for their attention and struggle for their time and attention, struggle to be seen and heard. For my Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, how does the Hermit play into all this? Ace of Pentacles, a new job, an offer of financial support, a financial windfall. It could be a windfall of time, money, resources, support, a new job. It could be relocating. It could be a fresh start in some way, a new opportunity that you're really taking the time to do some soul searching about. And for a lot of you, this could be a financial situation. Putting yourself out there, afraid to put yourself out there and compete for a new position, a new job, a new situation. I feel like you're selling yourself short, though. What does the Hermit want my Sagittarius to know? The Hermit and the Judgment are all about like a spiritual awakening. That whatever's going on around you, whatever the situation is, that firm boundaries are needed now, but that you also need to know when to be flexible and adaptable, that it's leading you towards a higher spiritual purpose. So we have the Four of Pentacles, the Moon, and the Page of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, you could be getting a new job. You could be moving in with someone. You could be getting engaged, starting a new relationship, maybe feeling a little bit tentative about it at first and not really sure if this is where you want to invest your time and energy. Just feeling like maybe things aren't all that they seem, or not everything's been revealed to you at this point, feeling a little bit unclear or uncertain or afraid about making this new move. But you've got the determination that it takes to succeed. Just trust your gut. Trust your heart. Trust that still small voice. Spirit guides and angels, what does the moon have to say? I just want to know what the moon is here to tell us for my beautiful Sagittarius sun, moon, and rising. The moon. The devil in reverse. So breaking ties, you know, breaking the chains, something that has held you back. It could be your fear, your insecurity, your codependency. It could be an addiction, but you know, it doesn't have to be that extreme. It could just be your own, the ways, your self-sabotage, the ways that you hold yourself back. Maybe some deep soul searching is needed now. Some shadow work. Taking time alone to really search your feelings and really get clarity on a situation. So let's use another deck. We've got the Emperor coming out twice, so you might be dealing with an Aries, or you could just be dealing with a very authoritative boss-like figure in your work, or it could be a husband, it could be, you know, a partner, a friend. Seven of Pentacles, something you've invested a lot of time and energy into, like a job or a project or a relationship, and you're taking a moment to just kind of reassess, you know, what I've been doing. Has it been working? Has it been producing the result that I would like? And is it taking me where I want to go? One more card. Spirit guides and angels for my beautiful Sagittarius. The moon coming out again. So you could be dealing with a Pisces, or you might have Pisces in your chart. I think something's going to become abundantly clear to you. I do think that things have not been all as they seem. There's definitely been a lot going on behind the scenes, especially like what we were talking with before with the thief. Trust your gut feelings. You know, firm boundaries might be needed. You might be dealing with someone who's just unworkable or toxic in some way, or not healthy in some way. And maybe they've been sneaky, you know, maybe they've been not above board, but I think you're about to see them very clearly for who they are and what their intentions are, and apply it to your situation as it fits. But I think you've been determined, you've been hardworking, you've been doing the soul searching, you've been on that spiritual path, and you know what you want, you know where you're going. So let's get some advice for my beautiful Sagittarius, sun, moon, rising. Let's wrap this up with some advice for Sagittarius, sun, moon, rising, for their highest and greatest good. Orphaned. A sense of loss and identity crisis. Recognizing that you don't fit in, the need to belong, uncertainty about your place. We were all meant to have connections with other people within our family, society, and the larger culture. No man is an island, and it's important to recognize that being a part of, rather than separate from, is essential to your well-being. The issue at hand is the need to find where you fit. Be true to your core truths and values. Perhaps you no longer identify with a group or community the way you did before and need to find a new situation. You might be feeling a deep sense of loss or confusion. Address the need for belonging and know that you will find your place with others like-minded and in like mind and spirit. It's okay to let go of pressure to fit in. Not everyone will understand you. It's time to move on. As you shift and evolve and commit to your own growth, you long for support but may be disappointed and hurt by others who are not providing what you feel you deserve. Perhaps you're drifting away from this relationship because you're in a different stage of personal growth. Perhaps you are in a new relationship and discovering that you don't share the same values and beliefs, so you feel left out, unable to get to that intimate place of safety and belonging. Take heart, as Spirit knows you and loves you and will steer you in the direction of those who accept you as you are without sacrifice or agenda. Don't compromise yourself to belong. It won't be worth the price. This card reminds you that you can't be all things to all people. You are not going to be popular with everyone, and that has to be okay with you. Be clear about your mission, your brand, your work persona, and your contribution to the world, as these must be based on what you authentically have to offer, not something you think will sell or you perceive they may want. You will attract abundance by being completely yourself. Stay in your own lane. That's where you will shine and where you'll experience prosperity. The shadow side of this card speaks to the essence of abandonment. Perhaps you feel a need to remain apart because intimacy is too threatening. It also warns against creating inappropriate family structures in order to conceal old wounds. It's time to address the unhealthy alliances you formed and make a decision to heal the past. You will not be abandoned by the world if you claim yourself as whole. Not all relationships are dysfunctional, and not all of them will disappoint you. Don't abandon yourself. You can connect with others in a healthy way once you recognize your patterns and consciously choose to interrupt them. Life wants to love you. Let it. And if nobody's told you yet today, you are so special and valuable and unique, and I appreciate you so much for being here. I hope you got something out of this message. Please like and subscribe while you're here. It would really mean the world to me. And until the next one, my beautiful Sagittarius, take care.